I'm sure that I'm getting messages somewhere on a Discord that the episode is late. I know it is. It was supposed to come out today. We're recording it now. It'll be out Saturday morning. Audio, at least.
It's a cool thing we do. We make people wait for no reason.
Yeah, no, this is like, you don't want a show. There's nothing more corporate than a show that's uploaded on time on a schedule. Okay,
this happens. Ever uploaded on schedule.
We've got this raw, gritty, disorganized, counterintuitive way of doing things.
Well, I mean, genuinely, yeah.
We do it like we want to fail, and you love us for it.
No, we do it like it's no thing. We do it like it's fucking whatever.
You can't trust schedules, dude. Like,
no.
If you
fascists.
You know what came on a schedule is that fucking train that killed all the Jews.
Exactly. Dude.
Yeah, you want our podcast to bring us straight into the oven?
You make it sound like they got hit by a train.
Is that not what those trains did? They didn't line them up on the.
If you listen to a podcast that is professionally done, uploaded on time, they've already been compromised.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
You can't trust what they're saying. Yeah. They're taking probably dark money, teal money.
They got scary advertisements. You know, JD Vance is meeting with them. You know.
Yeah, we're real.
This one we do it when we want. We leave the AC on in the background. We get interference from all the mercury and bent vapes, hitting the fucking all the mercury interference.
I refuse to podcast hot. You know, that will not happen.
No, it's true. We're doing this for virtually nothing. The AC is going to be on. You're going to put up with it. It's a lo-fi. Some of you guys, you listen to fucking punk rock cassettes.
Yeah.
This is part of it. This is the texture of the recording. Get over it.
It's listenable. Yeah.
This is cool, yeah. Dude, I've been listening to, it's August, and I've been listening to fucking, I'm sure you know this, but I've been listening to the Stooges Funhouse.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only thing I've been listening to for the past, fucking week. That album is so good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's like the perfect American rock album.
I met somebody I didn't like they said it was their favorite album recently, it made me... Well, because it made me think either you've never heard of it or I've got to tell nobody that I like this album as much as I do. Is the vibe, because it was she was just a mean lady. I hate a mean lady who likes music I like.
Well, it's one of those. I don't know why we're having a music chat, but I was listening to it with Zack while I drove over, and it used to be one of those albums that people didn't like. It only sold 89,000 copies in 30 years of circulation. And now suddenly people know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's so good, man.
Ahead of its time. Dude, that's what I'm saying about Eddington. Everybody hates that movie.
Yeah.
I thought people loved it. I've seen glowing reviews.
Hate it.
Really?
Yeah. People hate that movie so much.
Zack got Ari Aster pilled.
Dude, Hereditary's good.
Hereditary's
Every
good.
other thing he's made is a piece of shit that needs to be burned.
Right.
And he should be put in jail for it.
He hates Ari Aster, but I was like, you have to admit that he hadn't seen Hereditary. I'm like, when you see it, you won't be able to say it's bad.
Yeah. And I was so mad. I was so mad. I texted Nick. I'm like, it's good.
Which one specifically did you hate?
I didn't like Midsummer. I didn't like Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid drives me insane because the first hour is amazing, and then the movie, it just whittles away at you, chips away. It's every second that goes by, you enjoy it 0.01% less. Okay. And then by the end, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. But the first hour is great.
I think the first hour is fucking fantastic. I think the first hour is the best part of it. I was excited start to finish when I saw that movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Midsummer, I agree. It's not my favorite one.
I think Midsummer is
it's trash.
Yeah, it's pretty mid.
It's 2.5 hours long. Yeah. It's worse Wicker Man.
The opening was horrifying.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
so fucked up.
That's what pissed me off about Ari Aster too. Is he's cooking, and then it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I thought the ending to Eddington was. I
haven't seen it yet.
No, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I loved the third act of Eddington. The first two acts were slow, really slow. The third act of Eddington was. It felt like a similar format to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just you wait for the the payoff and the slow burn, and just it just go. He's like, fine, I'm gonna do everything.
That's cool.
I liked it a lot.
I gotta see it. Ari Aster. Beau's Afraid is divisive. That's the one where I think people. Who's the one director? The guy who made Blackberry.
Matt Johnson.
I think Matt Johnson was on the record of being like, Beau is Afraid is just, it's so awful. He said that in a...
Yeah, it was sick, dude.
He said watching Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid was crazy because he's going for it and it's such a piece of shit. And I was like, damn, dude.
I loved it so much.
I liked, but I like... Beau is Afraid is a movie that I definitely... It's a YouTube clip classic. Is the camera dead?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
The
cool.
light just wasn't working.
Okay.
I pull up so many... I don't know if I'll ever watch the movie in full again, but I definitely pull up scenes.
I watched it in full again. It's a thing where like I saw it in theaters and I could have kept it at that experience in theaters and I loved it because it is funny in exactly the way I want things to be funny. It was fucked up in exactly the way I want things to be fucked up. And it was like art aesthetically what I wanted a movie to look like.
He's like he knows how to use all the tools of cinema.
For sure, but he does it for evil.
He's like Lenny Riefenstahl.
He does it. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's like Lenny Riefenstahl.
Or,
I'm gonna.
He's Jewish Lenny Riefenstahl.
I think you're gonna come back around on it.
No.
I think people are gonna get it one day.
No.
Zach is too. Although you are 23.
Yeah.
This is what you do when you're 23. You have these hard opinions. Because Zach, let me tell you something. I never would, when I was your age, I never would have thought that one day I would find myself watching E.T. with my girlfriend crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, E.T.'s good though.
No, E.T.'s
Spielberg's the greatest.
When I was your age, I was like, E.T.'s the most demonic movie ever. There's so many clues in it. You need to watch out for Spielberg.
Well, I feel that way too. I also think it's a banger. Like I think it's a secret text about how Spielberg's a pedophile. But it's also good.
It is. It's so insanely good.
Yeah.
I think at 23, I would have hated Aphex Twin. And the other night, I sat in my room with the lights off, and I listened to all of Ambient Works the whole hour and a half alone in the dark.
Dude, one of the coolest things about being in your 30s is like getting around to the stuff that you wrote off because you like vaguely associate it with your parents. And then you're like, oh, wait, it was popular because it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Christianity.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finding Jesus.
Yeah, dude. No, most things are not good.
Yeah.
Like, but it is painful when you listen to Tongue Baby by U2 and you're like, oh, the guitar isn't really interesting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm not there yet. Yeah.
If I wish there was a way to like remove Bono's vocals from U2 albums.
Yeah.
Because then they're kind of good.
You got Eno,
Yeah, the Eno albums are great. Yeah.
See, I know some stuff about music,
Yeah, you know your jazz.
Yeah.
You are such a, you make so little sense as a man in his early 20s. Like you are not equipped for the world at all.
I'm not, dude. Yeah, that's why I stay in my apartment. I watch laser discs,
Oh yeah, you got a laser disc player.
Lately, that's what I've been doing lately is I've just been buying laser discs and then watching them and being
watch a laser disc on?
What?
A laser
You have a
disc.
laser disc player?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I
Why
wanted
did you
one
do that?
during COVID.
Dude,
I bought it. Yeah,
there's benefits to Laserdisc.
Yeah, there are.
What
We
is
can
the
talk
benefit of
about
Laserdisc?
it. But like, I'll just be watching Laserdisc and I'll be like, this is a really good master. This is a good disc compared to the other ones. It's like scratchy and looks like shit. It's 480i. It's not even 480p.
It's interlaced.
It's interlaced, so it looks terrible. And I'm like, this is the rock on Laserdisc looks good for the time.
The benefits to Laserdisc is there are some like due to licensing, there are some Laserdisc commentaries that
you can only get on Laserdisc.
Only on Laserdisc.
And also, there's movies that like only the correct aspect ratios on Laserdisc. Like Aladdin, you can only watch it in the original aspect
No
ratio.
fucking way.
Yeah, like originally it's like basically 4:3 in theaters. It's like 1:6:6, which is a little wider.
Yeah.
And then you can't watch it that way on anything except for Laserdisc and VHS.
They stretched it to widescreen and it cuts off the frame.
And you can't see what's happening.
There's a Taxi Driver. There's a great Taxi Driver commentary track only on Laserdisc.
Wow.
There's a ton of Bond commentaries that like they did and then they all got banned because they didn't realize the legal ramifications of you can't just say anything you want on a commentary. Yeah. And so then they all got banned. Like, we got to take these off shelves. And,
but what Nick was saying, like, you're a confusing person in your early 20s. You are. When I saw you at an open mic, you were not at all what I thought you were.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I look like I'm 40 years old. And then I also kind of act like I'm 40 years old.
You do.
But then I'm also a 12-year-old at the same time,
Oh, I'm not talking about personality. I'm talking just solely on interest alone.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you were going to be retarded. I thought, I was like, there is no way that me and this dude are going to have a conversation about anything. I thought you were going to, I thought you were going to be mean. I thought you were going to be mean.
Yeah.
Well, because he's like a stand-up. You know what? You would have done great. It's so sad it's before your time. You would have killed it in, the the indie sleaze hipster dirtbag era.
Sure.
Exactly.
Like, dude, 2012
I would have killed
at a warehouse in Brooklyn, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Not anymore though.
Not anymore. No. Things are everybody's too positive now. We're in the age of let people enjoy things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
now that people are scared of me at open mics. You know?
Dude, you know what? The other in terms of other things that I'm reassessing, we started rewatching Girls.
Oh yeah, no, I've met multiple people who are like, dude, Girls is actually good.
It's
like,
not.
It's, like,
it's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I had to stop watching it solely because of the sex scenes with Adam Driver.
Oh yeah.
I've never been so uncomfortable in my life.
Well, but I think that's the point. I think he's
I
like
know.
a crazy
do you
guy.
know who
It
he's
worked.
based off of?
Me.
No, he's based off of Sam Hyde. Because him and Lena Dunham went to school together.
Oh,
Do you not know this?
that's
way.
You didn't know this?
crazy.
He's based off Sam Hyde. They're in the same class. They would go to like the same parties.
Oh
and
my
stuff.
god, that
Damn.
makes so much sense.
Yeah, so it's Sam Hyde. And then if you see pictures of like young Sam Hyde, it
does look like that.
It looks, yeah.
There's so much interesting stuff in that, and you wonder if she's based because like he has in the first season at least he has a lot of dialogue about fucking her like she's a baby.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, you're as tight as a baby. Would you fuck me if I was 4 years old?" All this
Whoa.
stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is." But is that coming from her too? Because she also
Yeah.
put rocks in her sister's pussy when she was like an infant.
True.
But dude, you're watching Girls, and I always associated Girls with like but it's like pre-woke.
Yeah.
Like it's because like they say wigger. I'm like, oh my
Well,
god, you
that
could never
rocks.
say this
Yeah.
now.
She, I mean, because Girls era, Lena Dunham was like when she got in trouble for saying that shit about the basketball player,
Oh,
where he was like, she said something vaguely racist about a basketball player because she like assumed he didn't want to fuck her.
oh.
I don't know. She got in trouble
forgot
on
about
Twitter.
this.
I
Yeah.
remember her getting in trouble for like calling India stinky. She had to do a whole
Dude, is Lena
apology.
Dunham actually cool?
This is
she dark woke? Is that what it
she's
is?
literally dark woke.
That's crazy.
We're rewatching this series, and I'm like, oh, this is like the most honest portrayal of like young adulthood.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't pull her punches at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. Maybe I need to give
Yeah,
it
no,
another
everybody,
shot.
they're like, you gotta watch it.
Okay.
Like, and enough people I've met have said that who I respect, where I'm like, okay, it's not just,
Okay.
it's not delirium.
I'll try it out.
Because the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, this person's lost their minds, they're off their meds, they're like hearing voices. But then enough of them come together, and I'm like, all right.
The only thing that's crazy is how many excuses she writes for herself to get naked, and it's like she just, as the series goes on, she begins to look more and more like a potato.
Yeah.
And the men that she has sex with are like, it's like famous actors.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
But listen, you created you're one of the voices of your generation. You get to do that.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's like Russell Croweing herself, or like she's the Marlon Brando of her own thing, just getting
Yeah.
fatter and
She's a lady Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
like that. Yeah.
Marlon Brando is like, have you ever listened to, there's a documentary called Listen to Me, Marlon?
No.
And it's all, he would like record cassette tapes of him talking to himself. And it's just these recordings. And he was like the craziest person of all time.
Yeah. Of
well,
course.
they've got that new movie coming out with Billy Zane playing
Yeah.
Marlon Brando, just showing a bunch of crazy Marlon Brando stuff.
He used to actively try to destroy, I think he liked acting, but I think he had like contempt for film.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because like when they cast him as Superman's dad, Jor-El,
Yeah.
he was insisting, he was like, I really think that Jor-El, I'll do the voice work, but Jor-El should be portrayed as a green bagel. and then there's stories of him, like he fucked up the whole shoot of
Island of Dr. Monroe.
Island of Dr. Moreau. Yeah,
Yeah.
that little midget guy who looks like him is only in the movie just because like Marlon Brando saw him and was like, he's in the movie. I want him next to me. I want him to
That's
dress like
wild.
me. And there was some car ride where he was with, I don't know if it was with the original director or if it was one of the producers, but Marlon Brando turned to him. He was like, we're going to fuck this movie up.
Yeah.
Because I hate Bob Shea. Bob Shea was the executive at New Line. He was like, we're going to fuck up Bob Shea's life, aren't we?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, what?
That's crazy. The documentary about that movie is crazy because it's like it portrays the director as this like misunderstood genius.
Yeah.
They're like everyone was against him on set for no reason, whatever. And then you learn that he was like beating up women on set later on.
Was
like,
he doing that?
Yeah, he's like been accused of domestic violence by like multiple people.
Not
And
on the set.
I think it was I think there was an incident that happened on set or whatever.
Because I do think Richard Stanley is sort of misunderstood.
For
like,
sure, yeah.
His first two movies are like really, really like
Yeah.
cool. But and then the guy they brought in
Yeah.
John Frankenheimer.
Oh, insane.
It's so great. One of the greatest fucking
exactly.
directors of the 70s just steering this piece of shit away from the iceberg.
Exactly.
I want to be involved in my life at some point in my life in a disaster that colossal.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
It could be anything. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be so amazing. You just find yourself, you're just like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't know,
It'd be sick, dude, for sure.
You open a fucking restaurant that's going, I just want to be at the center of something that's falling apart. I guess my life.
And that's crazy too, because they're like, this is the only guy that can handle Marlon Brando. Is this other guy from like the 50s era of filmmaking? They like called the one guy who was still alive. They're like, we know you're 75 years old, but you're the only guy who can deal with Marlon Brando. You know, like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I went and watched the Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah.
They're great.
After I went and saw the new one in theaters, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're so good.
And but I was reading about it online. I was watching all the Christopher Reeves on Letterman being like, I don't like or respect Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
And, like, he's just like, that was terrible. He was there for 20 minutes and he was an absolute nightmare and he did a bad job.
Yeah.
It was made $3 million and walked away.
That's everybody who's ever worked with him.
He's like, he's a piece of shit.
Like he fucked up. He showed up to the end of Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
He showed up to set like 60 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
Didn't
Which is so funny.
It's
Refused to learn his lines.
Surprise fat is the funniest thing you can ever do. Like, I was talking about when I left Portland, I was thinking about how funny it would be if I didn't come back for like 4 years and I just came back super fat. And just like, you know. I don't know.
It's fucking with people's showing up fat. That's really cool.
And then he refused to learn his lines.
Yeah. And that was at the point, like, the movie was already, like...
a disaster.
Coppola was already, like...
losing his mind.
He was like, his marriage was going to fall apart. He was never going to get money for a movie again. They weren't going to finish the movie. And if I remember, he was like, well, at least I have Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Like, I have, like, a Marlon Brando performance. And then Marlon Brando showed up fat. He's reading his lines. In the movie, they got, like, cue cards. And that's why, like, all the shit, they had to shoot him in the dark.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want you to see how fucking disgustingly fat he was.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the coolest guy. And you know what? He was right. It makes the movie awesome.
Yeah, it does.
It's great. It's effective in the movie.
What's crazy is it's not cue cards. He's being fed them on an earpiece. That's why he pauses for every line, because the person is feeding him like every word. Everyone's like, "What a great performance!" But he's just waiting for some lady, like some secretary, to like finish the.
Dude, I was saying, acting is easy. Acting is not hard. It's literally they tell you the lines, you say them. You don't even have to really like give a shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, the minute, so, like, behind the scenes shows you how bad every actor is and how it's all editing and camera that makes it look any good. Because the minute you watch it from behind the camera, it's like, this is terrible. This is bad. Like, none of this feels real. This is very awkward, you know. I don't know.
I don't know if it was, there's some director who was like, acting doesn't matter because it's all like, he did this. I don't know if it was Hitchcock.
It was Hitchcock.
Where he was like you can take a fucking image, or you take a shot of a guy looking at something and you just change what he's looking at. You change to a sandwich.
Coolest shot effect. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like and people will like be like, oh, he's hungry.
Yeah.
It's like, is he?
Yeah. He used to call actors cattle.
They are.
Yeah. You refer to them as cattle.
He threatened to like hit Charles Lawton or something.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you got to do. You got to you have to push people around. You got to be mean to them. You have to withhold their pay. This is the only way to get ahead in life.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking cool guy. How have you guys been? Otherwise, I feel like we haven't done this in we did it last week, I guess.
Yeah. But I've been a missing person, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Literally a missing person, you know.
Zach, it's so funny, Zach, when you went radio, and I guess you told us you were going to be gone, or maybe it wasn't clear.
Yeah, I should have. I think I said when we were talking about that I was going to be gone at the end of the month, but maybe I didn't specify or something. I should have sent you. I was going to send you an extra text, but I was like, I think I told them. But no, I totally should have sent you an extra text.
I showed up here. I was so betrayed. Dude, I walked in. I was like, I don't know what we're going to do about Zach. Literally.
Do you think I'd like ghosted you? Or
yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what it felt like. Yeah. Was like you decided you didn't want to do it, so you just locked your door outside.
No,
and the only reason that I was like, because in my head I was like, I get it, I've done it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
No, dude.
I was like,
it was really bad timing too because my computer had just gotten killed by the Indian virus or whatever. And so it was like bricked for 2 weeks, so I couldn't do anything. And then I'm like, all right, see you guys for 3 weeks. So then
the Indian virus sounds like it's in capitals. That sounds like a proper noun.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when 24 hours went by, we still hadn't heard from you. It was like, is Zach okay?
Yeah, we were worried.
It got
worried, but
I had no service. Like I was deep. I was in the boundary waters, so like in the northernmost part of Minnesota.
Oh, really?
Where it's like it's literally just woods.
That's so much better than being here doing this.
Oh, 100%.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
that's
for
so
sure.
good.
No, it was sick. But then I saw it, like, and I remember I was up there and I was like, they know I'm up here, right? I thought that. I was like, they know. And then I looked at my phone. It was like 12 messages from Nick or whatever. And I could see the freak out because like you had sent me like 3 texts on 3 separate days before. You're like, I'm here to pick you up. So I know in your mind you're like, is Zach ghosting me like already? You're like, is he ghosting me? Is he? And then
absolutely what.
And then when I don't show up, you're like, fuck, dude. We lost him.
Yeah, no, that's you saw it all.
Yeah,
it
so then that's why I
transmitted to you.
felt so bad, but you know, it is what it is.
It's
over
now.
It was worth it.
It's I thought you died in the Nutty Putty Cave or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
no,
damn,
I
dude.
went up to the woods with my mentally ill autistic friends. You know,
Were you in like a cabin?
Yeah, it was in a cabin.
What'd you guys do in the cabin when you got back from the?
Well, it's sick because it's like all of his like. It's like my friend's extended family all staying there, so we're like staying with his grandma and his grandpa, and the grandma just makes us all food every day.
Damn,
we were totally like regressing to like into 13-year-olds.
That's so fun.
You need that.
You need that. No, it's cool. But then like we went on the lake and started like doing like paddleboard wars and stuff, like doing King of the Hill. But we're getting to the point where we've all gotten like injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
Like afterwards we're all like hurt. Like you can only do it for like 30 minutes.
Damn, I need something like that. That
great.
sounds so fucking.
You know what we
fun,
should
dude.
Totally regress, and then you have like fights you had when you're like 14 or whatever. You're like, someone forgot to bring a deck of cards. You're like, this is the dumbest guy I've ever met.
My family's got a cabin on and it's like from like the 40s because my great grandfather. It's like out of. I mean, nothing in the cabin is newer than like 1975. It's crazy.
Damn.
Like Indian rugs, all this shit. It's on Lake Superior in Caseville, so like the backyard is like the beach. It's the lake.
Oh shit!
And it's in the woods. It's only like a 3-hour drive from here.
Let's go.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah,
we should go before it gets cold. We should do it
I'm
like
down,
September or August.
Dude, that's perfect.
And there's 3 bedrooms. No, there's 3 or 4. I think there's 3 bedrooms. 1 bedroom has bunk beds. 2 bedrooms with like 2 people can sleep in the bed, and then there's day beds.
Damn.
So like there are these giant storm windows that just look out over the lake, and you can. It's a bed under the window. It's fucking awesome.
That's so sick.
Dude, I'm gonna like tear up thinking about doing this.
Yeah,
like,
no,
this is like the coolest.
Dude, the outdoors are the best.
I'll talk to my uncle and see if we can get up
Okay,
there.
cool.
We can try to do it. What day is it? In the
Dude,
month?
because I was out of town for 24 hours the other week, and like I went to like Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, and just like being like I haven't been in nature in like like 4 years.
It's the best,
and like
It's so
just
good.
being in trees was like oh shit, like if you don't do this, like you will kill yourself.
Yeah, you go
like
crazy.
you have to do it.
You have to do it. It's
You
the
have
best.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Maybe we can set this up for
dude.
like the last weekend of the month or something.
That'd be so fucking tight, dude.
I'll reach out to my uncle because it'll. Oh, you know what? They do this thing up there called. It's really stupid, but it's one of the only things that happens in Caseville. They do something called Cheeseburger in Caseville. It's like a Jimmy Buffett. They call it Key North. It's like a Jimmy Buffett festival in this fucking town in Michigan, and they have like all these crazy cheeseburgers and stuff.
Okay, damn, I love cheeseburgers.
The thing we got to prepare for, but I guess it'll be the weekend, is like if you go up there after August, shit's only open like 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
no
it's
way.
that small of a town.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
Bob Seger lives at the end of the block.
Oh,
And
wow.
he's got like
Yeah.
a crazy mansion with like it's.
Let's go
That's
hang
sick,
out.
for sure.
Let's go,
Dude.
dude. Let's go hang out with Bob Seger.
The outdoors are the best. There's nothing funnier than like being outdoors and like seeing somebody completely lose their shit.
Yeah.
Like they can't handle it. Like if you've been in the outdoors a lot, you're like, okay, I'm gonna have 80 mosquito bites at all times. But then if you go
Sure.
with someone who's never, they like they go insane.
Oh,
they
I
like
was-
lose their
yeah.
mind. Like they
Yeah.
snap. Like in Boy Scouts, like when we would go on these like big long camping trips, and every year like everybody would have a different moment where they'd like snap and have a meltdown. and lose their mind or whatever.
See, my dad would lose it on camping trips, but it would be over shit like not being able to get the tent set up, like just trying to like hammer shit into the ground and having poles fly everywhere. And
you go insane. Yeah,
I don't know, doing shit like shooting cottage cheese in containers with a slingshot out of a tree or whatever.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's fun.
In Boy Scouts, we did it was a 2-week hiking excursion in New Mexico on a place. It was at a place called Philmont. It was 2 weeks. We hiked 85 miles or whatever.
Whoa!
And that felt like prison. It felt like
that's like
camp.
the Baton Death March.
Yeah, no. And I was elected as the crew leader or whatever, and I had to go do a meeting on the first day at base camp. And so one of the adults stayed back and said, "I'll pack your things for you. Will you go out there and do that?" At the time, I was like 14. I was on SSRIs, and he forgot to pack my medication.
No. Oh no!
So then we got on the trail, and the first night I find out I don't have my SSRIs, and they're
pills.
like, "It's gonna be." They're like, because we're in the middle of the woods. There's no roads. The only way to get places is literally to hike, and they're like, "It's gonna be 7 days before you get your meds." So I was the crew leader.
Oh my god!
Hiking 10 miles a day at the beginning. With whatever, like 40 pounds on our backs at like 13, 14 years old. Having brain zaps.
Dude.
Just I'd be like telling them, all right, we're gonna go do this, and as I'm doing, I'm like, all right, guys, so we're gonna do 5 miles today. And I'm like visibly like crying.
Dude, it's so funny.
I'm like tearing up.
Because to a Boy Scouts leader, like SSRIs are fake. They're like, he'll be fine.
Yeah, no, literally.
Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, and I'm like getting brain zaps. I'm crying. And then everyone's like, and then like you're 14, so everyone smells blood in the water, and you're the leader.
Dude.
So then it was just like brutality,
Lord
dude.
of the Flies.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn.
Like there are all these times where the adults would be like, because they can't be the disciplinary ones. They're like, all right, you got to get these kids into shape. And I'm like, I'm crying right now.
Dude, Boy Scouts, this is why Boy Scouts is. This is why I hated Boy Scouts. It was retarded, dude. You can't.
I didn't do Boy Scouts.
Oh, I loved Boy Scouts,
well,
but
you've always been a follower, haven't you, Zach?
No.
Yeah.
We were like the scouts. So, like we had this like camp called Camp Tomahawk we went to every year, and we would hang out there and it was like, you know, it was kids and all the counselors were like in their like late teens, and apparently all the administrators would tell the counselors, don't hang out with those kids, they're like a bad influence or whatever. Okay. And we were like 13 and they're all like 18. Like, the administrators like, they're bad kids. Don't hang out with them or whatever.
I remember there was one of the like the I don't know if he was a counselor. He was like an older Boy Scout. And at our Boy Scouts camp, he like was kind of like you. I don't know if he might have forgot his medicine, but he was having like on the second day, he had like and he was like one of the cool guys too. He was like he had a lot of badges and everything. But on the second day, we just were walking back to our tents, and he was on the ground in the fetal position, like screaming and hiding from like the adults.
Yeah.
And
whoa.
Yeah, I know, it was crazy.
Dude,
I don't know what was
just like snap like that, like outside.
And then like he. So like, you know, in the over breakfast there would be like skits and stuff.
Yeah.
You do that with yours?
Of course, yeah.
You do like skits, or they like lip sync to songs, and I remember like they for some reason they were playing "Good Riddance, Time of Your Life" by Green Day, and this guy was in the skit, and he started like just bawling, like the minute the song kicked in, he just started losing his mind.
That's not a song you can listen to when you're not all the way there, dude.
Yeah.
That one in Changes by Black Sabbath, it'll tear your brain apart.
It'll destroy you. Yeah.
Dude, I was sharing a tent with this kid. His name was Ben. And he would just have these, like, every year we'd all pick straws who would get him because he would just, like, freak the fuck out every single night. Like, he would, like, one time, like, the first night I slept with him, everyone warned me about it. I'm like, it'll be fine. The first night we're like, he goes, Zack. I go, what? And he goes, there's a bear outside. I go, what? He goes, there is. Everyone can hear it. And so I'm freaked. I'm, like, half awake, and now I'm freaking out. And it turned out it was a squirrel. Like, there was just a squirrel walking around outside. And he like woke up the camp, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's just Ben. Like, he's doing his thing again."
That's
and then
so funny.
Every night it would be a new like thing he was tweaking about. Like one time, it was like a band of light had come in, and he thought it was a bug, but it was a light.
Oh, okay.
And he made every single adult come in and be like, check the tent for bugs, and one adult would leave.
Yeah, there's gonna be bugs.
He's like, I need another adult to come. So then it was like 7 adults had to come into our tent at like midnight to like help him. He was tweaking so hard, like.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm actually on the side of all these kids who hated Boy Scouts and freaked out. These are my people.
No, dude, don't be a pussy, dude.
No, I
it's
never
fun.
even.
Enjoy the wolf spider in your tent.
You want to be there's nothing gayer than being like, I'm a weebelo.
Yeah,
that's great, man.
That's Cub Scouts, not Boy Scouts.
I never did Boy Scout. I
never
used
made
to
it.
go camping a few times a year. I would go out to like Shasta and shit, and Shasta's cool because you got all the like salvia people who like talk about Mothman being under the mountain and stuff, and
I fuck with that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
sick.
a big thing. It's like being 14 years old. I met what were their names? They were like Steve and Twiggy or something. And they were like 19-year-olds, and I was hanging out with them. They were talking about how you have to smoke salvia, and like, you know, there's like stuff under the mountain, and dude, camping, like those outdoor experiences are huge. They're a big deal.
You need it.
They're good stuff.
Yeah, you need to like play cards with your friends in the woods.
Yeah.
When you're in your teens.
Sure, definitely.
Like, there's nothing better.
I think you need to do it your whole life.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because my parent, that was big for them too, was like we would go out, we'd bring all the families, and my parents would like be kids around us, you know, and all that shit out in the woods. And
that's yeah,
it's important.
That's why the cottage, when we go up, the cottage is nice because they got like they have a bunch of board games from like this, like it's
solid,
dude. I mean, I know you won't, but like just cracking some beers and playing Yahtzee.
Yeah,
sure.
Honestly, like saying things that you can never take back.
Yeah.
Playing Yahtzee.
Yeah. That's the best.
And there's a nice fire. We can like light the fire. It'll be sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. I haven't had Yahtzee rage in so long. You can play Sorry, fucking stab somebody in the neck. You know? Yeah, dude, that would be tight. That would be so fun. Mammoth Cave was tight, though. Fuck, we went out there. Do you guys know about Mammoth Cave?
No, what is
it?
It was like a saltpeter mine, and the like late 1700s, early 1800s, where they were mining saltpeter for gunpowder. And you go down there, and it's like this deep cave, and everything's super dark, and it's like barely lit up, and it just feels like an alien world while you're down there. And I was down there, and it was so dark, and I was like in it, and it's like probably like a mile and a half hike, like all the way around the cave. And I was down there, and like right around like about an hour in, I had just been like fully immersed the whole time. This some kid like about like 400 feet behind me just started yelling the N-word in the dark. Dude, it was perfect. It was like, that was the greatest bit.
That's like the best game of Marco Polo ever.
Yeah, because nobody can see you. Nobody knows who you are. Like if you're just 14, you know.
He's like, there could be one.
Yeah, he just Call of Dutied out in the middle of this cave, and the joy in his voice when he did it. Of course, you know.
That is, that's wow. That's a spirit. That's a deeply spiritual experience.
For sure.
Yeah. That's a real tree falls in the forest scenario.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I got to do that.
Yeah.
I really got to make the pilgrimage to the cave.
When people are like, I don't like the outdoors, like I really judge them really hard. Like,
yeah.
Like I don't trust them. You know.
Listen, I like the outdoor. I don't love going back to a tent. I like a cabin.
Okay.
I like a place where I can like cook like a meal on like a stove, and like that to me is like the nicest.
Okay.
Tent's cool though.
Tent is all right.
Playing cards in a tent, dude.
Yeah.
No.
On the sleeping pad. Dude.
Grow
you gotta
up.
get a good sleeping pad.
You gotta
dude.
grow up, dude. You can't. You
gotta grow up.
You need to play card. You need to have reinforced walls and doors. What are you doing?
That's growing up.
That's growing up, dude.
Is having nice amenities, you know.
Yeah. Well, not nice amenities. Like you're still like you're roughing it, but it's like there's running water.
Yeah, but you need a womb. You know, you gotta go through the woods back into a pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not, but tents I think are ridiculous.
No, dude, tents are good.
I think RV is cheating, but like like a properly old cabin, I think that's the sweet spot. RV, it's like, what do you?
What you do is you have a cabin and then you go out for a couple nights in tent.
No, that's just so stupid. I can't even believe you just.
No, you gotta enjoy the wilderness.
That's unbelievable.
You gotta hike. You gotta see cool things. You have to have adventure.
You can sit out in the wilderness till 2 a.m. You can get drunk, look at the lightning bugs, listen to the sounds, and then at 3 a.m. you go into the cabin.
Yeah.
You don't need to sleep in the wilderness. That's not.
Sleep in the wilderness is cool, dude.
You
gotta go on an adventure. You hike to a place where no one else is.
You're describing describing like gentrification. You're taking this place is not. This place is for centipedes. And
no,
fucking,
you don't leave anything behind. Leave no trace.
No.
I'm with the tent thing.
Yeah.
I think
With
you
the
got to
tent?
do it for the
you
full
gotta
experience.
do it, or else you're
you
a pussy and a bitch.
I think you got to get poison oak on your hands and then rub it on your penis while you're peeing.
Fuck no,
and
dude.
sleep on a root in the middle of
Yeah,
your
you gotta
back.
poop in a
have
hole,
like
dude.
a tree
I'll
nut.
tell you. I'll meet you in the middle here. I'll go 10 on the beach. 10 on the beach.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
I'll
it's
do
the best, yeah.
10 on the beach
Okay.
is good. I can do 10 on the beach.
I've never done tent on the beach.
Having a campsite with like a beach is like
10 on the
Okay.
beach is nice. It's also nice, but here's where I'm gonna say something. Like it's nice when it's a beach like that has a boardwalk.
No,
So,
dude,
like,
that's not no.
You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go hit the boardwalk. I'm gonna get some fries
No,
from
that's
fucking
not-
Thrashers, and then we're sleeping on the beach.
That's
No.
just being a
That's a
fucking
homeless. Yeah,
person. That
you're
is
describing
what that
being
is.
homeless.
well, that's
yeah.
I love what I know.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
10 on the beach is nice. We used to camp down at Assateague Island. You guys ever heard of that? There's
No.
I don't know if it's in Maryland or Virginia. We would drive there when I was like little, and there's Assateague and Chincoteague, and on Assateague there are just like wild horses.
Okay.
That just run the beaches. They're just horse beaches or
Sure.
beach horses, and it's also like there's like an old like naval outpost there, so there's all this like historic like shit
Cool.
from like all these wars. That was cool. I can fuck with that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going into the. You can't be in the thick woods in a tent. You probably got Lyme's disease. That's why you like this.
No,
That's probably what happened to you.
No, I didn't get Lyme's disease.
Yeah, you have all the hallmark
I
symptoms.
got
of Lyme.
West Nile.
Did you get West Nile's?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can't get diseases in the woods. That's like not real.
Dude, you're out of your fucking mind, dude.
I did have a crazy thing where I got stung by a bee and I didn't realize for like 2 days. I just a stinger in my leg for like days.
Oh.
I didn't realize. Yeah.
See, bees, I'm scared. I actually will. I think. No, not you guys. Somebody recently saw me run from a bee, and you just got to own up to it at that point. You're like, all right, you've caught me. I'm out. I've been outed.
Yeah. Are you allergic or are you just scared?
Scared. I think I'm. I don't know. Listen, I had a very traumatic experience when I was young, where this was at like a summer camp. There was a wasp. I was 3. There was a wasp that like landed on my finger, and I didn't know what a wasp was. So I swatted it, and the motherfucker just stung me.
Oh, okay.
And I think I cried for like a fucking 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
So that can't happen again.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'll regress back to that.
Yeah. No, if a bee stings me, I think I'll like lose my. If I see a bee, I'm like pushing my girlfriend out of the way.
Yeah. Horseflies are worse though.
Horseflies suck.
They're a
do suck.
nightmare. Yeah.
they don't die.
Up in the Boundary Waters, it was like mosquitoes, horseflies, and black flies, just constantly eating you. Like coming back home, I had like 40 bites, and when you're back home and you still have all the bites, you're like pissed off.
Yeah.
Because you're like I have a TV. I shouldn't have bug bites.
That's
like,
how Zach.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, but when you're in the woods, you're like, this is part of the experience.
you're-
Delayed
yeah.
gratification.
You're talking delayed grat. What do you mean delayed? It's not like waiting for a meal.
Yeah.
It's not like
no, it is though. Like you have to work really hard for everything, and then once you get it, it feels better. You cook. The way you cook is you make a fire to get a flame, and then you have a pot, and then
Okay,
you make
wait a minute.
food.
Wait. You're making a fire.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're camping. Yeah.
Meaning like you're doing like flint and like with a.
You get kindling, you get logs
Whoa,
from the
this
woods.
is you're out of your mind. No.
What are you talking-
We're
we're
doing.
camping,
No,
yeah.
we have lighter fluid and charcoal. I'm not making. I'm not.
I'm describing camping. You're
That's
making
ridiculous.
a fire with
I'm
logs.
not chipping 2 rocks together like I'm like.
Wait, are you chipping rocks?
No,
together?
we have like matches. There's matches,
okay,
but it's
matches.
everything
Oh,
else
well,
is like
okay.
wood
Yeah.
and like kindling, and you got to go in the woods to find
Yeah.
like birch bark and stuff.
Okay, no. Listen. We go. No.
Zach's out in the forest in a loincloth.
like Tom Hanks and Castaway.
Fucking pulling.
Trying to rub 2 laser discs together. I don't know. Yeah, you get matches, but yeah, you make the fire. You make banana boats and,
Yeah.
and
Listen,
hot dogs.
The
and-
thing with getting the sticks is you don't need the sticks are fun. You do that to get the kids out of your hair. You don't need the sticks, okay? The lighter fluid is doing the heavy lifting. Yeah, get a big stick. It's nice. Be proud that your son brought you a big stick. But you
The
shouldn't
fire expert. Yeah.
be Well, I am a fire expert. You squirt it and fucking light it. I'm practically professional at starting fires. You know.
And starting forest fires and burning down the whole forest.
It doesn't happen. It's not a bit. It almost never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't. You're doing it all. I'll show you how to camp.
Yeah, okay.
I will
All right.
maximize the enjoyment you get out of
I don't
camping.
know about
Right
that.
now,
Yeah,
you're like,
for
dude,
sure.
you're
Yeah.
doing the Zach. It's like, do you want to work hard or do you want to work smart?
Yeah.
Right? Because right now
Yeah.
you're working hard.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering that my buddy's backyard. We used to start fires in his backyard and just sit around him and get fucked up.
Dude,
Yeah.
so
But it wasn't like camping. They were like dumpster fire. He had a bunch of like trash and like broken down bicycles without chains or tires in his backyard. And I set myself on fire one time because I filled up a big gulp with gasoline and I threw it in.
Oh my
And
god.
the whole side just went up.
Oh my
and I
God.
patted it out. It went out in time, but
Dude.
yeah, we would drink a lot and throw. That's actually one of my friends I used to go camping with, and his dad was like a paranoid. His dad's homeless now,
Okay.
but he like before, like pre-homeless, his dad. We went out camping one time, and he was like the only adult. We were all like 16, and we were all getting fucked up, and we would leave the campsite, and he would get fucked up at the campsite by himself, and then we would all just like reconvene. And I remember coming back to the campsite, and I was just so high and so drunk. And he was so high and so drunk, and we were all trying to hide it from each other. And he was really paranoid at the time, and for some reason there were a bunch of stray cats all around. He was going through like a weird thing with like aliens and Freemasons, and like he was like, "There's something up with these cats, dude. These aren't normal cats."
Oh, this is actually a common thing.
Really?
Is like if you go on like the targeted individuals, like all these schizophrenic, people will, and I have to admit the cats are kind of weird, but the belief is that they're like shapeshifters. Because dude, there was this guy who was taking a picture. Just outside the front of his house, there were like 11 cats just like arranged like on his doorstep and in his yard. And he's like, what's going on with these cats? Every comment is like, they're reptilian, they're shapeshifters, do not let them in.
Wow.
They likely already know your name. It's like,
That rocks.
so I'm like, it's like a common thing with like crazy people is to be like freaked out by cats.
Well, there's something about it. I don't like. There's something else going on there.
It needs to be
right.
explored. Yeah.
They don't love you. They don't love you.
That's not true.
Like,
That's not
I mean,
true.
I think all right, cats can love you, but they also, there's something with a cat where they're not like a mammal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like if dogs were lizards.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
And
they're
they also
like.
infect you with a parasite that makes you love them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's actually
like-
disputed. I found out.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's like
Is that what the cat told you?
it does make you very sick, but whether or not it like actually controls your behavior is apparently up. That's like something I learned because I learned that in psychology in high school. There is not toxoplasmosis. There's not a lot of actual information about that aspect of it.
Okay.
But I mean, whatever, dude.
They just seem like they can talk and they're hiding it.
Yeah.
I know. We had this hypothetical on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Except you fucked it. That was a different thing. That was just fantasy.
Well, cats are. I do love. I think what makes already their connection to the pyramids makes them suspect. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. There's
Sure.
whatever's around the pyramids. There's another thing there.
Something else going on, you know. But whatever, dude. I mean, I fuck with cats, but I'm in good with them. So if something does happen,
yeah, then you're on their team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm allergic, so
Okay.
yeah.
I remember-
I'm marked.
in terms of like, dude, fucked up stuff that we would do in people's backyards. You just made me remember this. My friends, William and David, when I was growing up, and this wasn't even like out in like this was in like a nice suburban neighborhood. One summer they started digging a hole in their backyard, and like the hole like it became a problem. Like, every time I was over there, their mom was like, "Fill up that fucking hole," like because dude, the hole, this hole was so crazy. It was the big. They also like didn't really like me. Like I was their friend just because we lived in the same neighborhood, but they obviously like hated me. And so one day they made me get in the hole, and the hole was like more than. Like at this point, I think I might have been like 5'3".
Yeah.
Hole was well over 6 feet.
Whoa.
They left me in the hole. I couldn't
No.
get out of the hole, dude.
Damn it.
It was like
How
they
big
did
was
it as
the
a prank.
hole?
The hole was deep. The hole was
But like how
They
like
Buffalo
big was it?
Bill
Like
you.
it was huge. It was like bigger than me. Yeah, no, this is what maybe you're not understanding me. This hole was like fucking crazy. It's impressive that they did it.
What are they trying to find?
When you're 12, you just dig a hole.
Sure.
Yeah,
You
true.
just try to go down there. And I think actually what happened is like I if I'm not mistaken, they hit something. They hit like a gas line or an electrical line or like a water. That's like why their mom was so mad because like they dug so deep that they fucked up with some like infrastructure.
Damn.
But yeah, no, I remember. I'm like that. I miss that.
Yeah, kids just destroying stuff is so fun. Like it's
so
it's always
awesome.
great. I remember as a kid in high school, there was this guy I knew, and he was just like a total pyromaniac.
Oh,
He would just like burn porta potties down fully.
Okay.
And he would tell a story, and I'd be like, "Why did you do it?" And he's like, "I just wanted to see what it would look like." I was like, "That's psychotic, dude."
That's literally
Him and my other friend. They brewed moonshine in the garage one time when their parents left. It was super dangerous, and they found like a forum post where this guy was like, "Here's how you brew moonshine," and then they did it. And my one friend Josh, he took like the whole jug of it and put it in his closet, and they left for the day, and they came back, and his whole room was black because there had been an explosion.
Oh my god!
It had gotten hot in the closet, it expanded and exploded. So then they had to like clean out the room or whatever, and
That's
it's
I know
insane.
exactly that if his mom had come home and how that conversation goes. I don't know what happened.
There's just
I don't even know. This is crazy.
It could have been the dynamite. Like I can't remember. Like in the middle of him cleaning everything, his dad was coming home and his friend was there, and so he sent his friend out to like talk to his dad.
Yeah, dude.
Just
awesome.
to like stall him in front of the garage.
Yeah,
His friend was like talking to the dad, like, "How have you been?" And the dad kept trying to go inside, and the kid would like be like, "Wait, what's this over here?" You know,
I had to.
is this a bee? We gotta get rid of this bee.
That's so fucking
I had to
funny.
get stitches in my thumb because I fucked up making a bong out of a water bottle
Oh,
one
yeah?
time, and I sliced my thumb open. And so when my parents were coming home to, take me to the hospital, I had to come up with a story. So I said I was trying to make a grilled cheese with a knife, and I just took a bunch of bread and I just wiped blood all over a bunch of bread.
Oh,
it's a
wow.
solid fucking but it's like dude, that trying to get away with it stuff. But also, how do you slice your thumb open making a fucking grilled cheese?
It's fun doing that stuff like at work to get workers comp, like shit like
Okay.
that.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do
You gotta
that.
do that. Yeah, you get a cut at home,
I'm
and
so
then you start just
polite.
hanging out next to the sharp stuff, and
I would never. I wind up like feeling too much empathy for my fucking shitty bosses. If I ever did something worthy of workers'
I've
comp.
despised every manager I've ever had, except for one, and she was bad at her job, so
Well,
maybe
you work
that's
like
why I liked her.
that's like
Yeah.
retail, right?
Yeah.
And you hate those people for
Yeah.
sure. Of course, you hate those people.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, my last bosses were like in like the mob, and it was like very scary to
Yeah,
like.
then don't fuck with that guy.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Be best
I'm like,
friends. Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be scary to try to get workman's comp out of
Well,
that guy.
I got workman's comp because I was washing dishes and somebody broke a bottle in recycling and it came down and sliced my finger open.
Natty.
So you can't wash dishes with an open finger, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got to take a week off for that, or more than a week. I think it was 2 weeks of workman's comp because you got to wait for the wound to close to start washing dishes again.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was getting paid for a full-time job, just hanging out at home, reading books and stuff.
That's
But-
great. I was definitely just like incurring injuries at the restaurant I worked at and just not telling anybody.
Oh wow.
I'm like, something is so wrong.
What
with
was
me,
your
like-
job at the?
I was a server.
Your server.
Mhm.
Okay.
But we would have to like go back and work in the kitchen a lot. Fucking
Okay.
go to the. Because I like
Cut
fucked up.
potatoes.
I like cut my knee, pretty bad. I probably could
Damn.
have said something to somebody
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I miss kitchens, dude.
I don't.
I really do. I miss them a lot. I had so much fun. I love kitchen people. I love fucking. I don't know. We had a guy named Tony who I remember watching a pan fell on his head one time and he cried. But he didn't. But he was like angry crying because it hurt, but he was embarrassed and he got super mad and he just threw the pot down a flight of stairs and then hit it and ran away. And then me and Ben were working in the same kitchen. This guy, there was this Puerto Rican guy pulled a knife on Ben because they got in an argument on the line.
What did Ben get into an argument with him about?
I probably like fucking pasta. It was like it would have been something so fucking stupid. Me and Ben used to go. We had to stop working together in the kitchen because it was gonna like ruin our friendship. Like
Really?
we wouldn't, yeah, because, dude, I mean it's about 110 degrees. You have to be fully, like wearing all your clothes.
Yeah.
Like, you got knives, you got fire, you got to work fast, and all this shit. you fight with everybody who's around you. You get so fucking mad. And me and Ben were living together, working together, and doing comedy together.
No.
Oh my
So,
God,
like,
Jesus
we
Christ.
get in the kitchen, and it was just like it would get to this point where it's like one of us has to do something else now.
Yeah.
So I think Ben got a different job I got a different job.
But that's what I mean is like the kitchen is like it's such an insanely stressful environment, and it's like you're not even getting fucking paid that well.
No, but it's
eventually,
fun.
yeah.
I think it's fun. Like I like working with your hands, creating something by the end. Like I don't know, being able to like hate people and spit and be dirty.
I mean, like for entry level jobs though, isn't it pretty good? Like compared to other ones, I've never worked in a kitchen, but like.
Good pay.
Good pay. No.
Yeah, no, it's like, not worth it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think
because that's why cooks get mad because servers make more than them.
Okay.
And our job is objectively easier.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, because we would get tipped out. The kitchen would get tipped out, but it would be like $3 a night or something fucking stupid.
If you're like a line cook in a kitchen, it's because like if you're not personable enough to be a waiter,
then you go to the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's like, and that means that you're like serious. No offense to you guys, but that means that you're like seriously defective as a person if you can't wait tables.
I got fired from a barista job, and my boss, when she was firing me, she said, "I just think you do better in a warehouse."
People don't see you.
You need to shut
with fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
Could really work a forklift, I'm sure. You know?
Yeah, I got Myers-Briggs out of my fucking barista job. And,
brutal.
I can't do front of house. I'm fine over the phone on my my job I'm doing now. I'm fine. I do great. I'm super nice, super respectful, all this shit. But like, there's something about just making eye contact with somebody who wants something from me that I like.
It's funny because you don't seem like somebody who has oppositional defiance disorder because you're so like you're such
it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, you're pleasant and friendly.
Like with like customers, I'm like good with customers. But with my coworkers, I get into conflicts a lot. And then with my managers too. Like
my problem is never like I can like put on a customer service voice. I have oppositional defiance disorder with my closest friends.
Sure,
for sure,
100%. Yeah, dude. Well, you gotta assert dominance.
Yeah,
you have to.
You can't let them colonize you. You know, like.
Also, dude, some people need to know how wrong they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. Well, not just how wrong they are, but sometimes it's got to be over something petty.
Yeah.
If Ben came in here right now and turned off the AC unit, I'd get up and turn it back on, and I'd make him go back into his room.
Well, you take the petty thing, and then the thing behind it is like cosmically large, you know.
Yes,
it's like the size of a planet, but it starts off with. You like this movie, I don't like this movie.
Yes,
and then that's your back door to you're a fraudulent human being. You know?
Dude,
that's what you do.
Constitutionally, you're weak.
Yeah.
It's a moral failing.
Yeah.
It's literally like I've had that with like people who like the Grateful Dead too much. I needled them to try to get them to cry.
Exactly. And then you're like, I'm not a psycho for doing this, you know.
Yeah.
No,
like this is right. Like if God is on my side, you know.
No, that's real friendship. It's deep hatred, but then you're around each other.
I had that with a guy who said he didn't like to see ever since he had kids. He didn't like to see violence in movies. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta ruin this guy's life. That's a retarded take, dude.
Yep.
You know.
Solid.
You have to. I'm so glad you guys we all see eye to eye on this. Because most people have firmly been against me whenever this comes up.
No, you have to do it.
Most people they're like, oh, you gotta let it go. People are it's like, no. I need to cull and curate the people in my circle so that there is no dissent amongst the ranks.
Yeah,
that's that's important.
But yeah, the oppositional defiance thing, I think I can be a pretty first of all, I think a lot of it has to do with time being sober, and it's gotten a lot better. I had a huge rage problem until I was like about 5 years sober, where I would my roommates had to like sit down and talk to me at one point because they're like, I am scared in the house with you because I would just fly off the fucking handle all the time. Yeah. And I remember I made roommates cry, like all this stuff. And I honestly, I got like, I don't know what happened, but I woke up one day and it was just gone. Like I just didn't have it anymore. But
I think that does kind of happen.
For sure.
Do you know what's funny? That is have you read A Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
so have you read the chapter that was removed from the original?
Yeah.
Okay, if you haven't read it, Zach,
No.
it's like, because like the meaning of the book changes entirely.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't have the last chapter, it's a book about how like you shouldn't try to change people of their like it would be wrong to forcibly change somebody of their nature. But the last chapter of the book is about how he grows up and like his violent tendencies just like leave him as he gets older.
Yeah, he just goes and gets some tea instead of raping women.
Yeah, and like when I was younger, I thought that was so. As I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, that's so true. Like that's the truest observation about like the way that you settled, the way like adolescent rage just like leaves your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes it because like without that chapter, it's kind of a conservative narrative of like innate human nature. Like if somebody is evil, then they're evil. You know,
there's nothing you can do to change that.
And then it turns into something completely different. But it was just unmarketable in the United States, so they fucking took that chapter out.
Yeah,
and,
just crazy.
Yeah, I watched that movie like 2 nights ago.
Oh,
great fucking movie.
Yeah,
yeah, it's awesome. It's crazy.
Perfectly made.
Yeah,
but yeah.
The rape scenes are crazy. I always forget.
Crazy.
Every time, I always forget. I'm like, oh yeah, Clockwork Orange, and then you watch. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's like 60% rape.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
It's so upsetting, and it's like when you watch that movie too, you're pretty early into like cinephilia or whatever.
Yes.
So it's the most.
First,
it's the most shocking thing you've ever seen at that period of your life, and it's still like shocking even when you go back and watch it. You know. Like,
that was when I watched it. I think I was 13 when I saw it for the first time, and that was like a rewire your brain moment. That was like when I decided I was gonna like cool stuff.
Dude,
when I saw that movie.
It is the problem. The problem of it's like I watched that movie. Like there are all these movies that you watch when you're 13 where you just like completely, or at least me, like as I saw Clockwork Orange, Taxi Driver, Fight Club, like all at the same time, and my takeaway from all of them was what a cool guy. Dude. My takeaway was like, damn, he's got all his friends with him. They're fucking
dude. Yes, yeah. Dude, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, like the first time I remember, like the first time
watching Taxi Driver, thinking he's cool is fucking crazy.
You know,
like,
the first time
he's the main character. Obviously, you want to be him.
That's exactly right. I literally watched Taxi Driver and I was like, "Fuck, dude, he's the only one who's gonna clean up the streets." I was watching it like it was because it can, and a lot of people did too. By the way, a lot of people.
I'm sure. Yeah,
I was watching it like it was like Death Wish or something.
Yeah.
Also, I would say that, and then I flipped on that. As I've gotten older, I do actually think that the movie does treat him with like. I think it's ambiguous as to whether or not Travis is like totally wrong.
Yeah,
because he does. Because he is doing like. I don't want to debate. Anyway, I could say something that's wrong. But I don't think it's as cut and dry as he's crazy. He's right about some things.
Yeah.
Like objectively, it's bad that little girl has a 35-year-old boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Nick has Lori Lightfoot's house on his Google Maps marked. He's.
I would. Oh my god, I would love to listen. If I broke into Lori Lightfoot's house, it would be all love.
Yeah,
literally, there would be. It would
be crazy to break into her house and be like, "Can we hang out? Can we play Yahtzee?"
Danny DeVito is hanging out with a fucking Lori Lightfoot suit next to him.
That is how I feel about Lori Lightfoot. Is I would do anything to be in the room with her because I know we'd hit it off.
Sure.
I wish I lived in Chicago when she.
I think I'd get along with Bush.
You would, yeah.
I think I would.
I think everybody would. Yeah, I think Bush is pretty chill.
I think we'd talk. I think it'd be good.
Now watch this drive.
Yeah.
That's the coolest guy ever.
Nuclear.
Dude. I go back like Obama as a hang. I don't know.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Obama's. I mean, I actually feel like a private hang with Obama would get pretty dark. I feel like
really. He would start spiraling, or I don't know.
I think when the cameras are off him, he's
got nothing. Yeah.
It's not that even that. I think he becomes like. I think he sort of like goes into like low power. Like if you have nothing to offer him, I don't think he gives a shit about you.
Yeah.
Really.
I think he's very reptilian in that sense.
All right. I think he seems like a guy who just commands so much like attention when he's in a setting that it would make you feel uncomfortable while you're there.
Yeah, he is sort of
what it seems like. It seems like if you were gonna have a conversation, he would be asking the questions, but you wouldn't have a lot of say in where the conversation was going. You know?
Yeah. Well, something about that guy's crazy to me.
Yeah. Freaky.
He's something about it. There's some kind of freaky about Obama. I mean, granted, it's better than like what we have now, but I don't know.
I don't like Obama.
Joe Biden. is the guy.
Oh yeah, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, non-dementia Joe Biden is so good.
That's the coolest guy.
Dementia Joe Biden wouldn't be that bad either.
Yeah,
dude,
he can turn it on, even though he doesn't know what he's saying. Like the gears are turning. You know, the old Joe's still in there.
Sure.
Where I related to Joe the most is when he said that he gets ice cream in the winter because I do that.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to red pill my
No
girlfriend.
lines, dude.
No lines, and you can take as long as you want to eat it.
That's true.
Because it's not going to melt.
That's true.
I was walking around downtown Annapolis in the winter with an ice cream cone, and I was like, "Do you see how I can just? There's no rush.
True.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, there's no gun to my head. I can just eat this ice cream."
Yeah. I don't know. I think Biden would be a cool hang. And I know this is like becoming a hack, but Trump would be great.
He would be great.
He would be great. He'd be funny. You'd be hanging out, just eating Big Macs.
I think the caveat there is you would have to be hanging out with him at a public event.
Yeah.
Because I think behind closed doors,
he'd be really freaky.
he could be weird.
Yeah, I think he'd be weird.
You think like weird how?
I think Trump right now, I think behind closed doors is like freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
Because I just think he's probably like. I think if you spent the day with him, I think you would just have to say yes. Just whatever he wanted to do, you just go do it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
go play golf, go fucking, whatever.
The ideal time to hang out with Trump would be when he was like making guest appearances on like the Wendy Williams show.
Yeah, on Stern.
On Stern.
For me, I don't think so because I think he would be fucking insane. I think that would be like, I think he'd still be partying. He'd probably just go like that's like if he was gonna like torture a homeless guy, they'd be like during that period of time. That's like when he'd be like, we're gonna go get hookers. That's when he'd do it.
All right, so how
Trump
about this?
now, you could probably have like a pretty normal day, but it would still be your, with Trump.
I think prime time to hang out with Trump, where you're gonna have the most fun, and he's gonna fucking kiss your ass and make you laugh and be funny. Campaign trail after a rally.
Oh yeah.
True. He's popping bottles.
In 2016.
Yeah.
2016.
2016. Yeah, that
The
would have been
best.
great. It would have been awesome.
After the Hillary debate.
Yeah.
Oh
Could you
my
imagine?
god, dude, the best.
Dude.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
Hanging out. Oh god. Oh man.
Yeah, he's wow. You hate this because you're all lived out now.
I am lived out right now, so. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but
Well, no, I mean,
I'm at peak fuck this
You're
guy.
at peak
yeah.
libtard, dude.
Yeah, I'm at
Zack,
peak lib.
Zack,
Yeah.
we'll talk about Trump in the car, and Zack sounds like Stephen Colbert. He's like,
Really?
he can't do this, and he's a baby. He's a big stupid baby. I'm like,
I don't know
Zack,
about that.
you're
yeah.
fucking dude. You're like, he's in your head, man.
Yeah, he is. I'm at the point now where I think he's worse than Bush. Which is.
You are libbed out,
I
dude.
know.
That's crazy.
well, I mean, he's obviously worse than Bush. Bush was. I mean, I don't think Bush was that.
Oh,
we're
he was
not in a
really
war.
bad.
We're not
yeah.
in a war with Iran yet.
Yeah.
And everybody said we would be. I said we would be on this podcast.
Exactly.
But it didn't happen. I don't. When he like starts a war,
Yeah.
I will fully say he's as bad as Bush when he starts a war that lasts 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and that we're not just like funding, that we're actually like sending people over to. These are my caveats. Saying Trump is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's freaky.
Yeah, no, okay, of course, yeah. Donald Trump sucks. Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll say it. Yes, I'll do my humiliation dance. I'll put the dress on. I'll say I don't like Donald Trump.
I don't know. Meeting Bill Clinton. I don't know. That would be crazy. Meeting Bill Clinton now would be satanic.
He would
That would
be-
be so freaky.
He's scary now, but in the 90s,
Yeah.
Saxophone Bill.
Oh, it'd be cool for sure.
There was a guy who had a Comedy Central special. He did an hour of stand-up just based on the fact that he met Bill Clinton and he like did like a one-man show about it. This was like a Comedy
Really?
Central presents in the 90s. I don't remember this guy's name. I think it's called like My Friend Bill or something.
That's
it was just like
insane.
sprinkled in with like the other stand-up specials. And he made Bill Clinton sound like the coolest guy. He got to play saxophone with him or like
Okay.
jam with him. You got it, but man, Hillary's going to show up and the party's going to
Oh,
be over. She's
God.
like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? You guys hanging out?
Yeah.
That would suck.
Fucking Hillary.
Lyndon B. Johnson would be a hard
Oh.
hang too. I think
He'd just take his dick out.
Yeah, he'd just take his dick out. I'd be embarrassed for him the whole fucking time.
It'd be weird
Just
for
saying
sure.
just being racist with his penis out, just pissing with the door open.
Yeah.
Being racist but progressive, being like, we got to get equal rights for the N-words.
Yeah. That's
dude.
crazy.
That's just fucking, yeah, man. Just, I don't know. Yeah, because it's like a thing where it's like, he'd be a fun hang if nobody else was around, but the
Yeah.
minute your other friends show up, you're like, dude, would you calm down?
Yeah.
Like, please, we're just
Exactly.
hanging out.
Here's my hot take. Paranoid, but I think a fun hang, Nixon. I think you
Okay.
get
Well, yeah, exactly.
Apparently, he's miserable.
You can
did
talk.
you
No,
did you
he's.
listen to Louis' thing where he was talking about apparently like the booker for who was it wasn't maybe it was the booker for Letterman or somebody was Nixon's advisor or like his publicist or something. He says all Nixon talks about is he gets drunk and then he starts talking about how fucked up Watergate was and like how he just got fucked over and how everybody does it. And
Well, he did get.
He did get kind of fucked over.
Sure.
Doing stuff that every president probably.
So
has
let's say
done.
pre-Watergate, because the Nixon tapes.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty crazy.
I'm like, dude, let me hang out with this.
His combos with Reagan are crazy. Those are insane.
Reagan, I heard some of the Reagan tapes, some of his things where when he was talking about like black people in the inner city.
Yeah,
it's tough, dude. He's talking about them like walking around shoeless and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
well, that was the combo with Nixon. They're like talking on the phone together, and then Nixon's laughing so hard, and then you hear him hang up, and then call someone else and butcher the joke, and then him go, "Yeah, it was a pretty racy joke," and then like awkward, it was.
Dude,
it was
him getting mad at All in the Family.
Oh,
is one of the all-time.
It's so
tapes.
sick. Yeah,
it's so good. No, but I'm like, I could chop it up. I'd be like, yeah, dude, TV is gay.
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
Yeah,
but Nixon was cool because he was like one of those where it's like he was for like UBI.
Yeah,
he was like
he
was
loved
like
Mao. Him and Mao were boys.
Yes, he was the guy who opened up the trade relations with China. Yeah. He was into like universal healthcare, UBI, all this stuff, and like that's honestly what you need. You need like a guy who's like who will put money into social services, but is just like crazy.
Yeah, Nixon was pretty sick, honestly.
Yeah. If Watergate hadn't happened, he'd be fondly remembered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I don't think I'd ever hang out with Reagan.
No,
Reagan is like insanely evil. Like I think he's the worst president ever. Like so evil.
It's crazy that like people go to him. Like now, even Democrats are like, let's get back to Reagan.
No, dude, like he was beyond evil.
Yeah.
You know?
Like trickle down economics sounds
insane.
so. It's crazy that like they sold people on that. It sounds bad.
Yeah.
No, it's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read Atlas Shrugged. It was the worst book I've ever read. It was so fucking bad.
Yeah, Ayn Rand. So what did we read? Anthem.
Oh,
Anthem sucked.
Well, I mean, her whole idea of objectivism, like her core philosophy in objectivism is basically just object permanence. It's just like dogs know that.
Yeah.
You know, like what are you like? I don't know. That's her physics. Is like when you leave a room, something's still there.
Also, wasn't she like raping a child or something? She had like a very young,
probably.
She had like a really really young boyfriend who I'm trying to remember if it was like an extramarital affair or something, but like her personal life was a mess. And let's be honest, she was a dog of a. She was so ugly, hideous, hideous woman, and not a good writer.
No, so it was terrible. The last chapter of Atlas Shrugged was one of the biggest piles of dog. It turns into like an 80s action movie at the end. It's just like it's a gunfight.
It's like 2,000 pages or something.
It's like 1,500.
Did she get like canonized in like just because there are so few good like conservative authors?
Yeah.
Is that why? It's like her.
She's more of like conservative like.
Yeah.
Because the other guys, the only other conservative authors of note are like the Christian fiction guys like G.K. Chesterton or fucking C.S. Lewis.
I feel like he's what's the guy who writes like Alaska? John Grisham. I think John Grisham is aesthetically a conservative writer, but he's like
I think he's a lib though, right? Like
I mean, he might be. I don't know much about him. I just feel like that's a conservative book to read. If you read like Oklahoma by John Grisham, then you probably like vote
for
red.
sure. Tom Clancy is the ultimate one.
He's
actually a right wing.
But these are like pulp, like
for sure.
This isn't like literature. It's funny because then like you
sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say Stephen King is then like the biggest lib ever, and if you read his books, you're like
terrible.
You're like the most racist pedophile in America. Wrote this book, dude. This is crazy. He's a terrible writer.
Bad.
It's crazy how bad.
I've never read one of his books.
It's like I tried to read one like when I was like 14 or 15, and I was like, I'm way too old for this. Like
it's like reading Goosebumps.
It's like Goosebumps is probably better than fucking.
Well, Stephen King, isn't he popular because he writes at an 8th grade level?
Yeah,
that's what I read.
Yeah.
Is he writes because most of the country is at an 8th grade reading level.
But I mean, like
his ideas are also bad.
But a lot of writers write in like clear, pulpy language, and they write brilliant novels. You know? So like it's his stuff, like the dialogue in his novels is terrible.
So bad. It's like stylized in a way that sucks.
Yeah,
he's got all I remember is in like the Dark Tower series. There's like an evil train, and the train's name is Blaine the Train, and I was like, I'm 6 books in and I'm stopping. I was like, I'm not reading any more of this, because I read his series. I read like the Bachman books are better than Stephen King books. The Bachman books are like and weirdly like predicted school shootings. Like that one book is Rage is banned. Because it's about a school shooting, and he wrote it in like the early 70s.
And then his book, the endings of all his books are terrible.
Terrible. Yeah. Literally, like his best book ends with like the hand of God coming down and stopping the bomb. It's like a literal Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's The Stand. I read the 1100-page version of The Stand.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. He always puts like a very racist old black woman in his books. There's always like a retarded person that is portrayed so offensively. Like you're like, nobody's this retarded. And he's terrible at like it is crazy. He's always like describing like the balls of children. I remember in Needful Things. Dude, in it, the kids all have like a suck and fuck in the sewer.
So they lose their innocence,
And then like in Needful Things, which is like one of the last books in the Castle Rock series, he describes, I used to have a long joke about this. It was one of the first jokes I wrote, where it's like, Stephen King describes young boys' genitals the way like J.R.R. Tolkien will describe like a mountain. He's one of those guys where it's like in Needful Things the villain is this he's a slender old man.
Yeah.
And his name is Leland Gaunt.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you can't do that. You can't. His last name can't be the adjective that describes what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hate him. He's the worst. So I've hated him for years.
He's bad.
Yeah, he described this will be the last thing I say and then we'll end the episode. But if you want to know how bad it is, there's a part in Needful Things where he's trying to tell you how scared a character is. A character sees something that's really scary. And the way that he explains how scared he is, he says all of his hair stood on end. The curly hair on his balls unfurled itself and stood up straight. And you're like, this is bad writing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this has been
Stephen King.
This has been the Trophy Wives Book Club.
Go see The Stand in theaters.
Yeah. All right, boys, good episode. We'll be back next week. The camera's over there. We'll be back next week. Ben will be back. We're going to get Ben back on, I promise.
YouTube's going to finally be back up now that I have a virusless computer, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm back, so.
Cool.
Take that, India. All right, guys. See you next week.